A high number of deaf and hard of hearing students attend college. Most students complete their college experience, but take significantly longer than their peers who are able to hear. Research has proven that there are 5 predictors for success: peer group support, parental support, high expectations, access to quality resources and services, and literacy skills. All of these 5 factors lead to what we hope are successful student outcomes. In looking back at my personal experiences, I was fortunate to have all 5 of these components. I was a part of a high school and college volleyball team. My peers who were able to hear, I grew up with the oral approach and learned sign language later in life, were an important part of my life. My parents had high expectations for me. College was non-negotiable. It was just a matter of where. I had high expectations in my life as well. No one expected anything less from me. I met with the Vocational Rehabilitation Services, VRS, when I was a senior in high school, the summer before my senior year. In meeting with that VR counselor, I was able to identify my strengths and weaknesses and have access to services that I benefited from greatly. My school counselor also guided me through the college application process. I was able to submit several applications, and in the end, I decided on Cornell College because of their unique approach to education. There I took one course at a time, where I was able to intensively study an intensive class for 3 weeks at a time. It was nice because I only had to work with one professor at a time and understand them with lip reading. Class sizes being small was another benefit of Cornell College. I had anywhere from 8 to 30 students in my class. I'm fortunate that I had access to a lot growing up. But that started my passion for ensuring that deaf and hard of hearing students have equal opportunities to succeed. I joined the collaborative in about 2011 or 2012 and have been involved for the past 8 years. The collaborative is a wonderful group of stakeholders that work together as we notice that we work with the same students and need to serve them better. The Minnesota Department of Education, Minnesota Hands and Voices, Vocational Rehabilitation Services, Independent Living Services, Mental Health Services, and parents make up this group. We noticed at the time that education and VR policies were shifting. More demand was being put on services. Budget cuts were happening, and there was increased applications for VR services. There was a waiting list at the time. This group of stakeholders convened to ensure that we supported students. And we decided to develop what we now refer to as the Guide for Transition Services. The Guide was developed to help relieve some of the stressors that the teachers were feeling in filling out individualized education plans, or IEPs. It also assisted vocational rehabilitation counselors in employment planning. The Guide incorporates checklists, forms, feedbacks, and tips, as well as timelines for students in 9th grade all the way until they enter college or the workplace. Developing the Guide was an enjoyable experience, but we realized that the teachers weren't utilizing it as we had hoped. So we decided to develop the component of webinars and post them online. We wanted to have the teachers be able to access the Guide and also watch supplemental material in order to understand how to better use the Guide. And we did have success. And the most enjoyable part of this experience was incorporating the student success stories. Listening to these students share their experiences, the young adults discussing how those services impacted their life and how they engaged with their peer groups was wonderful. Those success stories are really the heart of our Guide. Many families felt an increased amount of hope for their child in watching these success stories, whether they were hoping that their child attended college or future employment opportunities. We had an international as well as a national visibility. We worked with the University of Minnesota's data system to analyze the number of hits. We realized that many people not only were viewing the materials, but also downloading the materials and utilizing them. It's wonderful to know that this resource is being utilized by so many. The collaborative continues to meet, and we have high hopes for our experiences in working together as a group for the benefit of students who are deaf and hard of hearing. Together, we can.